Hello, I want to welcome you back to another video from the Daily Uplift Official, where there's encouragement that you can count on. Please, before we get started, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share the video. Today, I want to talk about dealing with negative thoughts. Dealing with negative thoughts. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a thought that felt so real, so loud, that it completely changed your mood, your confidence, and even your entire day? A thought that said, you're not good enough, you're going to fail, nothing is ever going to change. And the scary part is, you didn't even question it, you believed it. Today, we're going to talk about something that most people struggle with, but almost nobody truly understands. And that is negative thoughts. And more importantly, how to stop letting them control your life. See, here's the truth. Negative thoughts are not rare. They're not strange. They're human. Every single person you admire, every confident person, every successful person, they all deal with negative thoughts. The difference is not that they don't have them. The difference is they don't let the thoughts have them. See, your mind is designed for survival, not happiness. It's consistently scanning for danger, for problems, for what could go wrong. That's why one negative comment can outweigh 10 positive ones. That's why one mistake can replay in your mind all night, over and over and over again. That's why your brain keeps bringing up your past, even when you're trying to move forward. Your mind is trying to protect you. But sometimes it ends up limiting you. This right here might be the most important thing you hear today. Just because you think something does not mean it's true. Just because you think something doesn't mean it's true. Your thoughts are not facts. They are suggestions. They are interpretations. They are stories your mind is telling you. But somewhere along the way, we stopped questioning those stories. We started believing everything that crossed our mind. If a thought says you're a failure, you don't stop and ask, is this actually true? You just feel it, you accept it, and then you start acting like it's real. Here's how it works. A thought comes in, I'm not good enough. You believe it. That belief creates a feeling, maybe anxiety, maybe insecurity, maybe even fear. That fear influences your behavior. You hold back. You doubt yourself. You stop trying. And then guess what happens? You don't get the results you want, which reinforces the original thought. I knew I wasn't good enough. That that's the cycle. Thought, feeling, action, result, reinforce thoughts, and if you don't interrupt it, it will ruin you. You can't change what you're not aware of. Most people don't even realize how negative their thinking is because it's become normal. It's automatic. It's consistent. So the first step is simple. Start noticing your thoughts, not judging them, not fighting them, just noticing. When something goes wrong, what do you tell yourself? When you look in the mirror, what do you think? When you fail, what's the first thing that your mind says? Awareness creates distance, and distance gives you power. If you would, go ahead now, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, and share the video. Now, once you become aware, now you challenge, not aggressively, but honestly. Ask yourself, is this thought that I'm having 100% true, or is this just how I feel right now? Because feelings can lie. Your mind can exaggerate. Your past can distort your perspective. For example, I always mess things up. Always? Really? Or are you focusing on a few moments and ignoring everything else? You don't fight negative thoughts by pretending everything is perfect. You fight them by replacing them with truth. One more time. You don't fight negative thoughts by pretending everything is perfect. You fight them by replacing them with truth. Balanced truth. Instead of I'm not good enough, you say, I'm still growing. Instead of I always fail, say, I failed before, but I've also learned. This isn't about fake positivity, it's about accurate thinking. What you focus on grows. If you sit with a negative thought, replay it, analyze it, you're feeding it. You're giving it energy. Sometimes the best thing you can do is not engage, let it pass. Like a cloud, because not every thought deserves your attention. That's real important. Not every thought deserves your attention. Let's be real. Some of your negative thoughts aren't even yours. They come from people, from past experiences, from things you've been told over and over and over again. So if you're consistently around negativity, you're going to think negative. Again, if you're consistently around negativity, you're going to start thinking negatively. If you're consistently consuming toxic content, you're going to feel drained. Protect your mind, because intentionally, or be intentional about what you listen to, who you're around, and what you allow in. You're not going to eliminate negative thoughts completely. That's not the goal. The goal is control. The goal is awareness. The goal is not letting those thoughts define you. But the truth is this: you can have a negative thought and still choose a positive action. You can feel doubt and still move forward. You can feel fear and still take a step. Think about someone who's confident. You think that they don't have doubts? They do. The difference is they don't stop. They let their voice win. They hear it and they move anyway. What if your negative thoughts aren't enemies, but signals? Signals that you care, signals that you're stepping outside your comfort zone, signals that you're growing, because growth is uncomfortable, change is uncomfortable, and your mind will resist it. You're not your worst thought. You're not your past. You're not the voice that tells you to quit. You are the one who decides whether to listen or to rise. Every time you challenge a negative thought, you take your power back. Every time you move forward, despite doubt, you take your power back. Every time you choose truth over fear, guess what? You take your power back. So, the next time the voice shows up, and it will, I want you to pause and ask yourself, is this thought helping me or holding me back? And then choose, because you always have a choice, and that choice can change everything. Thanks for listening to the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. And thanks for coming to the Daily Uplift Official, where where there's encouragement you can count on. See you soon.